You are fooling yourself if you're trying to find motivation. And here's what you need instead. Mike Mandel,
Yes,
let's
Chris
talk
Thompson.
about how the heck do you get motivated?
Oh,
actually, you don't.
No, you don't. Looking for motivation is something you're never going to find. How many times people said to me, oh, I should work out. I need motivation. No, you don't need motivation. You need to start doing stuff. That's the difference.
I love it. Now, let's frame it this way, actually. As hypnotists, motivation is a thing, and it's a nominalization. It's a noun that you can't tangibly touch.
Yeah, where are you going to find it? In the cupboard over there?
Yeah. So motivation is this thing. It's a thing word, a noun, but it's not tangible. It's a concept. It's really an emotion too, isn't it? Motivation, the feeling of motivation. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. So we say you don't need motivation. You need momentum. Yeah. And you need to do things. If I have some event like an amazing concert to go to and I got front row tickets, I don't know, just if I can find the motivation to go now, you got that emotional state.
The emotional state is going to pull me there. The momentum is going to make it amazing.
So one of the ways that you can think of this as a cause and effect loop, one of the ways that you can get motivation is simply by starting.
Just start.
And if you start and you start getting some kind of result that puts you in an emotional state, which you can call motivation.
Yeah, it's a continuous loop here.
Motivation is created by the momentum in the first place. It's very rare that the motivation starts at zero and then just builds before you actually do something. Usually, you start doing it and then you go,
and then you start getting motivated.
Win.
I've written here, waiting for motivation is a waste of your time and a waste of your life. And momentum is a much better way of getting things done because momentum builds up quickly as soon as you take action. It builds and builds and builds.
Yeah. Now, actually, in one of the prior videos, we talked about reframing the massive success, let's say, of going to the gym and having a great workout. I am committed to working out for an hour. No, commit to just going there. The Scott Adams reframe of the behavior. Yeah. So talk to me about how you do this with you. I think you started with this with exercise, but now has bled across to bled Dracula. There we go.
Right to
you just
Dracula.
Had your tooth extracted.
Yes. That's right.
It bled across into other areas where it could be just getting started with writing or just getting started with
any
whatever guitar practice or piano practice.
Whatever
but you did this with workout. What was it? What was the rule called?
The rule?
Yeah, it was something that was a time-based rule. You gave yourself a rule. Rule? Let me check my notes here because I'm pretty sure you wrote it down. The 2-minute rule.
Okay, we're getting to that. Yeah. I was just going to say, start before you feel ready.
Yeah.
Is it, once I feel ready, I'll start to, I know.
This will work into the 2-minute rule anyway.
Yeah, perfectly. Of course it will. Okay. So you use the 2-minute rule to get moving. So if it's a workout
and you're not ready,
face doing an hour-long workout and you're not ready, so commit to doing just 2 minutes. That's it.
Yeah.
Because that starts the fire. It starts the ignition. And the number of times when I've not felt like working out, I put on the workout gear, go down to my gym in our house for my bodyweight stuff. I said, I'll just do 2 minutes. And then the 2 minutes, I'll just add this other.
Exactly.
Before long, I've done the whole thing.
That's the thing. I think you're hitting the nail on the head, in my opinion, and I'd like you guys to let us know in the comments as well, that usually if it's something that seems like a big thing, there's, a workout is a great one because it gets harder as you go. You can stop anytime. But if you imagine the end, I have to do a full hour of all these things, that's going to be exhausting and I don't feel the momentum. Guess what? You're going to start to feel it after 2 minutes. So if you only commit to 2 minutes, that's very easy to start doing. And then after that 2 minutes of, it could be anything, 2 minutes of doing some push-ups and some pull-ups. 2 minutes of reading a novel, whatever it is. All of a sudden, you go, you know what? Now I'm adding my stretch routine in here. Now I'm going to jump on the treadmill and
I might do this as well.
Or whatever.
And the key thing here, guys, is you commit to the 2 minutes. And if 2 minutes is all you want to do, that's fine. There's no guilt.
Right.
But it will start to catch fire over a little while.
Because after 2 minutes, you don't even have to decide, I'm in for an hour now. All you have to do is say, I commit to another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I commit to another 2 minutes. I'll
try something else. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when 2 minutes seems easy, I commit to another 5 minutes. That's how we set records or repeatable patterns that become records because we achieve awesome things in our lives, right? We just stack a little bit more.
A little bit more. That's a little boy. A little bit more. Now think about it. I like this. Stack your wins early in the day, which will compound the effect. If you get off to a good start instead of, I used to do, well, I know we're using workouts as an example a lot, but they work as an example.
I'll give you a different example in a moment.
I think back to, I used to say, I do my workout around 4 p.m. and all day long I'd be, I've got to do that workout. But by taking it on first thing in the morning, I've got a win. I'm starting the day with a win, and I've already got momentum to do other positive stuff.
Yeah, I started doing this with reading because I tend to be a slow reader, and when it comes to reading, I like to read nonfiction for learning and personal development. And for my enjoyment purposes, I'd rather it be video, I'd rather it be Netflix or Amazon Video or whatever for just pure entertainment. So being a slower reader, I just decided to build the momentum of read one chapter in the morning, just before opening my computer, have a coffee, sit in a particular area of the couch where the sun's shining in nicely, it illuminates the pages. I'm just reading one chapter, which is generally in the book I'm on now. They're 10 pages.
Right.
I'm just reading 10 pages. It's very easy to start because it's only a chapter. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. And speaking of piece of cake, making it as easy as possible. There's things you can do. We call them low friction methods to get started. Things that aren't going to take a lot of effort, a lot of feeling that you have to do this. And if you have your exercise equipment and your clothing ready to go, instead of, I got to go hunt out my shoes and do all, no, have everything ready beforehand, the day before. Or for me, it makes it really easy for me to get moving in the morning because I prep the coffee the night before because I hate getting out of bed and I haven't had any coffee, so I can't make coffee. I'm too tired. But if I've got it all set, I come downstairs, just hit the button. That makes it much easier. You prep in advance.
So I'm thinking of if you were let's say interested in practicing a few minutes of tennis every day and you just have a tennis racket and you have one of those side of the school walls that you bounce the ball off of.
Or side of any building.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of, that's the typical go to the schoolyard. If you had to freaking, string your racket every morning, it's not going to happen, right? Yeah. Go buy new tennis balls. That's a pain in the ass. But if you've got your shoes and your racket and that tennis ball's right there ready to go and you just want to do your 5 minutes of practice, boom.
You're ready. Whatever. You made it a low friction start. So say you're getting to do things at work. Set up your workstation for efficiency and just discard what you won't need. Get rid of the distractions. Add empowering music to whatever task you have to do. People who find it works really well. Like in my case, the right music can get me doing just about anything.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, as a good example, we updated our studio equipment not too long ago. And now with this camera, what I love is that if I just need to whip off a quick video really easily, it's so much easier to just reach over the desk, turn this thing on, hit record. It's so fast.
Provided you can find the record button.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's a whole other story.
Yeah, but it's, setting up the environment, making it really easy. We just did, actually, Timothy and I, he's on vacation, so I did this training solo. When I told you about it, I was training our Pick Those Mastermind members how to get in the habit of making just really simple, easy iPhone videos for social media. Well, dispense with the need for any complex setup. You just have your phone, and it's really, really simple. And you're having a protein shake.
I am.
So, whoa, you're hitting my microphone.
Protein coffee.
So I love that point. We're probably hammering it to death, so we'll stop.
Okay, let's just end with this. Learning to jump out of bed as soon as you awaken, that can be a habit. And I had to check on myself, and I thought some days I get up instantly and get out of bed. Other days I would sort of lie there for a bit and doze. And I thought, what is the difference? And I realized it's when I had something important to do.
Yeah.
My strategy was I'd say, better get moving. In my mind, as soon as I jump out of bed, shut up, Dad. I jump out of bed. The key is don't hit the snooze alarm.
Yeah.
You won't feel any more rested.
Yeah.
It'll slow you down. They're just wasting time. Jump out of bed first thing in the morning when it's time to get up and get moving immediately. You'll stack your wins through the day and you'll get a heck of a lot more done.
Awesome. I think that wraps up this video. So again, as per usual, commit to yourself by commenting. That's the best way to make a commitment to yourself, by putting it out there publicly, a little bit publicly. What are you going to do? Where are you going to just start doing something with the actual action that will create that emotional momentum? That's what we're calling it, right? What you really need is emotional momentum, and you'd get that by just starting, even if it's something
Starting
small.
The flywheel spinning. It's easier then to go faster and faster.
Yeah, comment. Let us know how you're planning on using this. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks once again, and good night.